Well, I guess what I should say is that we are doing this beyond 10 parts. Hi everyone, it's me Gaming Do, and today, welcome to 20 Questions Part 11. I just came up with a new plan for the 20 Questions series in that it is going to run with the exact number that, 20. Just like 20 questions. I guess that's a little bit of a bad joke, but anyways, enough social awkwardness. Let's get right on with the questions. This is part 11, and we will be going on with this series until we reach part 20. So, let's go. Number 1. What was your worst year of school? You see, that's a tough one. I didn't have a lot of really bad years. All years had really bad aspects to them. But if I had to pick, I would say it's a three-way tie between kindergarten, 3rd grade, and 9th grade. I'll start off with kindergarten and 3rd grade. I did not have very nice teachers. Let's just put it like that. They were pretty mean, honestly. But I would have to say the worst school year of my entire life I can't even describe how bad this year was. It was my freshman year of high school. This is the point where I felt kind of like I had absolutely no one, no friends or anything, and it was honestly a hard year. I'm not going to get into anything personal, but late 2016 and early 2017 probably remains the worst part of my entire life. I didn't talk about it much on YouTube, as I did start my channel by then, but I'm not going to get into anything personal, but I had a really, really rough start with high school. The other 3 years of high school were pretty good. They had bad aspects, but for the most part, I enjoyed my sophomore, junior, and senior year. But my freshman year, I can't say the same thing. That was a pretty pathetic excuse of a year. Until the very end, around the very end of freshman year, it got a little better, but the first 3 quarters or so of high school, I'm gonna say it, the first 3 quarters of high school, no, that would mean freshman, sophomore, and junior year. The first 3 quarters of freshman year sucked ass. It was pretty fucking bad, honestly, but it got better pretty much every year. But high school is kind of long gone now, so. But that's it for that question. My worst year of school was probably my freshman year of high school. Number 2, what's wrong with your back? I said it twice already in my update videos, but I have something called sciatica, which is a type of nerve damage. Don't get scared. It's not really deadly, but it's sort of like a pinched nerve. Today, I feel honestly great with it. I don't feel a lot of pain at all, and I'm really leaning on finally getting a plush video out. And this one is going to be pretty important, because let me just say it's no longer going to be a Woody video. But yeah, what's wrong with my back is that I have something called sciatica, and it's not fun. But it's getting a lot better. Number 3, did you read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books? Why, yes I did. I read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series all the way up to The Long Haul. After I read The Long Haul, I sort of stopped after that point mainly because I grew out of it. Once the Long Haul came out, it was my last time I read it, and then Old School, I believe, was the following book. By that point, I think I just outgrew it. I was no longer interested in the stories, but one day I might actually get the remaining books I didn't read. I know, I'm 20 years old, but who cares? I might get the remaining books that I haven't read and read them. I heard it did go downhill after Old School, so I might just get Old School, and I heard the newest book is not half bad. So I might get Old School and the newest book and leave the others behind, but I wouldn't mind catching up with good old Greg Heffley and his friends again. I have a lot of childhood memories to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I saw Roderick Rules and Dog Days in theaters. I got the first movie as soon as it came out on DVD. I have a lot of good memories to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Number 4. Who's your favorite band besides Metallica? This one's hard. Because I have really 2 other bands I like pretty much almost as much as Metallica. But I would have to probably pick either Green Day or Van Halen. But honestly, which one I listen to a little bit more, I'm probably gonna lean on going with Green Day. Because I listen to them a lot more than I do Van Halen, and 2 of Van Halen's songs, You Really Got Me and Jump, are 2 of my all-time favorite songs, probably in my top 10 list. They're just awesome songs, but Green Day, I like just 99.9% of their music. I like most of Van Halen's music too, but I know Green Day's music a lot better and a lot more of their songs, so I'd have to go with Green Day probably. Number 5, what's your favorite color? This one's easy, blue. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just my favorite color. It appeals to me the most. I would say my second favorite color is probably orange, and my third is probably green. Coincidentally, those are the colors of the video. Yeah, definitely blue though. I love the color blue. Alright, number 6. What do you think of TikTok? Blech. Oh, good God, TikTok. Are there some funny TikToks out there? Yes. But I'm gonna say more than half of them are pure trash, to say the least. Pure freaking trash. Like I said, there are some good TikToks out there, but some of them are just purely stupid. And then there are others that make me physically sick to my stomach with sometimes how gross they are, but most of all, how purely distasteful they are. Some TikToks have very dark humor, and sometimes I'm a fan of dark humor, like in South Park. It's done in a funny way. But here's the thing. When it's stupid and offensive at the same time, like most TikTok videos, it's no longer funny and it just makes you cringe. And quite frankly, I think a lot of TikToks are just cringeworthy and really distasteful. And some just make me sick to my freaking stomach. There's some that's funny, but for the most part, screw TikTok. I will never join TikTok, ever. You'll never see my name on TikTok because, quite frankly, I don't really want to be a part of it. It's got a lot of stupid people. Well, YouTube has a lot of stupid people, but anyways, I just don't want to be a part of that community, quite frankly. Let's do a count. How many times Gaming Do says, quite frankly? Because I've said it a lot. I'll stop. Number 7. What's your favorite and least favorite aspect of 2021? My favorite aspect was definitely my trip down to Cape May for the week. From, I believe it was September 25th to October 1st. That was the best period of this year by a landslide. It was fun, it was relaxing, it was good eating, no drama, just all around great time. My least favorite aspect is a little personal, but it happened in August of 2021, and here's the thing. I've long moved on from it, and for the record, it might have been for the best. I'm not going to get into it, but it was by far the worst part of this entire year, but it's long gone now. So, something really bad happened in August, but honestly, I don't really care about it anymore, so yeah. Let's move on. Number 8. How was your Halloween? Honestly, it kind of sucked. Because during Halloween, my sciatica was bad. Really bad. It was really painful around the time of Halloween. It was going to my leg and everything, and it was hard to sit down and eat, and it was living hell. It was one of the scariest Halloweens of my life for all the wrong reasons. If I had to pick the second worst aspect of 2021, it's probably my sciatica. But holy fuck, this sciatica is bad. Number 9, what's your favorite modern song? That's hard. I'm going to say that counts as any song that came out within the last 10 years. I probably have to say Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. That is a really good song that has a good beat, and I'm a fan of the Imagine Dragons in general. Tiny little number 10, as you can see. If you won the lottery, what would you do? I do a lot of stuff. The first thing I do is I would first give probably millions away to charity. A good, trustworthy charity. Not these charities that try to scam you. Good charities. Then I would probably buy a place somewhere warm, like, I don't know, North or South Carolina, and then I'd buy a place probably up in, like, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I would travel the world. Honestly, I would probably travel the world. It would be the number one thing I'd probably do if I won the lottery. I really want to travel the world and see all the different places and all the different cultures and how things work in other countries, and it just really interests me. And personally, that's what I'd do if I won the lottery. Number 11. When is the next plush video coming out? I hope tomorrow. But if my sciatica comes back and tells me, I'm sciatica, I'm going to come and kick your ass, then it's not going to be coming out tomorrow then. Because my sciatica hates me and wants to affect my everyday life. But As of right now, it seems like it's gonna happen, and it's an important plush video. Let's just put it like that. Another one of my quotes. Let's just put it like that. I always say that. Anywho, number 12. What's your favorite team from every sport? So, I'm going to count this as the four major sports in America. That'd be the NHL, MLB, NBA, and NFL. NHL, I'd probably have to say either the Calgary Flame or the Montreal Canadiens. For the NFL, ultimately I'd go with the Detroit Lions, with a close second being the Denver Broncos. Up in third, I'm going to go with the MLB, which is going to be my Blue Jays, probably my favorite sports team of all time, and the one I've just been following the longest. And fourth, I'm going to go with the NBA, which probably the Houston Rockets. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite NBA team overall, but maybe the Houston Rockets. I like James Harden. I don't even know if he's been traded to another team or not. I don't really pay attention to the NBA anymore. The other three I do, but NBA I really don't. Number 13. Where do you lean politically? That is none of your business. Not at all. I will always say this, and I will say this 1,000,000 times if I have to. I do not talk about politics on my channel, and I never will. So, I'm not going to bring up this question again, but just in case you're wondering, I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to find out for yourself. Number 14. When did you first start YouTube? I first started my YouTube channel in April of 2016. The story is that for the longest time, for a very long time, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. It was around 2011 when I first had the idea to start. So I started filming little random films in 2011. They were just little skits of me being, I don't know, a silly 10-year-old or something like that. Just typical little silly films that a 10-year-old would make. Then around 2012 or 13, I started doing plush videos for the first time. No way will I ever show my first plush video. You have one of my old plush videos out there. That's one of the better ones. There ain't no way in hell I'm showing you pre-GD plush videos. I probably have at least 40 or 50. It's disgusting, to say the least. Not in a distasteful way, but in a what the fuck is this quality way. I don't have the greatest quality of videos, but that makes my videos right now, look like the most premium, expensive, well-made videos you could possibly make compared to those. This is closer to like PewDiePie level of production, or like really millions of subscribers. It's like I have 1,000,000 subscribers compared to the videos right there. I don't know what I'm saying. The point is, they're bad. They're very bad. They are terrible. They make me physically sick with the camera quality. They make my ears physically bleed with my voice as a 10, 11-year-old or so. It makes me cringe with the jokes. It makes me mind fucked with the plots I made. Just, You will never see that dog shit quality that I used to have with GD Plush. Is GD Plush the best made plush videos of all time? Hell no. But they are gold compared to my old plush videos. And you will never, ever see them. Unless I get like 100,000 subscribers. Then maybe I'll show you some of them. But for now, they are deep in the Gaming Do vault. And you will not see them. Because it makes me physically cry at night to know that I made that dog shit quality of videos. Number 15. When did you start watching YouTube? I started watching YouTube around late 2006 or early 2007. It was very young at the time. It was only like maybe a year or two old at the time. And my very first YouTube video, this is going to be weird, but I remember my very first YouTube video I ever watched was this video of the Pillsbury Doughboy, and it was a commercial for, hear me out. It was a commercial for some funfetti microwavable cupcakes, and then the Pillsbury Doughboy is laughing hysterically until basically he shits himself and shits a croissant out. That is one of the oldest YouTube videos out there, and that was my introduction to YouTube. And it's weird, and it's kind of disturbing in a way, but that was my very first YouTube video, guys. You can look it up. I think it's called like the Pillsbury poop commercial or something. It is weird. But that was my very first exposure to YouTube. Then I started watching like Let's Plays or something, like very old Let's Plays that were recorded with like a camera from 2007 or something, so that's probably good quality then, but that'd make me vomit this day and age. So yeah, I would actually say it was very early 2007. So 2007 is when I started watching YouTube. Number 16, what's your favorite movie genre? I don't know if I've answered this one before, but I'll say it again. Probably comedy. You know, I can follow the plots the most, and it just makes me have a smile the most. When I want to watch a movie, I want to watch a movie that's going to make me happy. Sometimes you can do that with like comic book movies or action movies or something like that. Hold on, I'm going to unplug my phone. But yeah, I'd probably have to lean towards comedies because I can just watch them and have a ball. Are they the best made movies of all time? Maybe a few, yes. But most comedies are not like high quality films and the best films ever made. No, they're not, but they're almost always enjoyable. Sometimes even in a so bad it's good way. I like a lot of comedies. My favorite comedies are probably going to be the American Pie films, very early Adam Sandler, probably up to like Mr. Deeds, or probably Click. And then I like a lot of older comedies like Monty Python. But my favorite comedy movies are, of all time, probably going to have to go to the first two Shrek films. These films are freaking hilarious. I love the first two Shrek films to death, and honestly, I started loving them even more as I got older, because I started to get a lot of the adult jokes in the film, and it just made it better over time. My favorite comedy that I probably watched for the first time very recently is probably Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy is fucking hilarious. I love that film. It's a damn shame that Chris Farley is not alive today, because I bet you he would be one of the funniest comedians of all time in the modern day. It's such a shame that he's gone. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. But yeah, I'd probably have to say comedy. I also like comic book films. I am so pumped for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm like 99.9% sure we're going to see the older Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and that just, oh, that gets me excited. I'm going to pretty much be seeing that film on night one, and will be my first time going to the movies in probably almost 5 months, because I haven't been to the movie theater since I saw The Green Knight, but I'm going to make sure Spider-Man No Way Home is the film. Number 17. Any news on the final movie? Basically, go see the teaser poster reveal. It gives you the basic plot of the movie, but basically, Garth is back due to a orb. One of the orbs that Mario had to choose is an orb that basically brings people back to life. That brought Garth back to life. Mario and the gang have to try to put Garth to rest once and for all while discovering that they have new powers. Powerful powers. But those powers won't be revealed until one of the groups will be revealed, hopefully tomorrow, with the new plush video coming out. But most of them will be revealed in the fifth and final movie. Number 18. Will we ever get another Would You Rather? I could see it happening. It's just, I got a little bit bored with it. Like, it has a lot of the same questions, and it's just not as fun as it used to be. When I did it in 2016, it was all original questions that I haven't got before, but eventually it's pretty much a lot of the same questions, so that's why I don't do Would You Rather as much as I used to. But I could make a comeback, probably by the end of the year, but we'll see. I don't know. Number 18. Or, what the fuck? Gosh damn, I'm tired tonight. Number 19. What shows did you watch when you were little? A lot of shows, but my favorites were probably SpongeBob, which is one I still like to this day, Bear in the Big Blue House, which is a show I used to watch a lot when I was a little boy. Embarrassingly so, I used to love Barney, and now I feel like freaking punishing myself for even saying that. Barney just gives me the heebie-jeebies now. But my favorite show as a little kid would probably be Blue's Clues. When I was probably from the age of like 1.5 to like 5, Blue's Clues was my fucking jam. Oh my god, I went on all the adventures with Steve. I was always interactive with the episodes, pointing out the clues, being one of the kids that was trying to teach Steve not to be a dumbass. I'm just kidding. No, that was just a joke. And it still pisses me off to this day how Steve betrayed us. And then Joe took over. That was when Blue's Clues went. No, I'm just kidding. I was around during the Joe episodes. I was a very little kid. I was like 1 when Joe took over Blue's Clues, so I can barely remember it. But I know I used to watch a lot of the episodes, and Joe was part of my era, so I kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for him. I know a lot of people shit on Joe, but I can give him a little bit of a pass because he was a part of my childhood too, and I accepted the change. Like, we were saying goodbye to Steve, but that's okay because we have a good host now. And as for Josh, I don't watch Blue's Clues anymore, so I don't know how Josh is. I stopped watching it when I was about 5 or so. But Blue's Clues was my jam. And then a couple months ago, when Steve made that video talking to us fans, I got a little emotional, I'll admit it. See, it's like seeing a friend you haven't seen since you were a little boy, and then you finally see him again. That was awesome. Steve, you will always be my friend, and I will always help you, even though you're a grown man. Find clues. I was just kidding about calling him a dumbass, by the way. It was just a joke. Steve, you're still a friend to me. Okay, that might have been cringeworthy for you, but I don't care. And finally, number 20. What is your next big project? You see, I have a big project coming in the way that's coming out even before the final movie. The final movie is going to be my next big project after this one. This is going to be the big project for November 2021. For November 2021, I'm going to go back and watch each season of this show. And starting with this month, I am going to be ranking every single episode of South Park per season. Starting with ranking every episode of South Park Season 1. And that will be coming out by the end of November. I'm going to go through the entire first season of South Park as it is my all-time favorite TV show. I love the fuck out of South Park. And I will be ranking every single episode, giving my in-depth opinions on every episode. And I hope you guys are excited for this video, because it's going to be a pretty big video. And that will be coming out towards the end of November. And then December's big project is going to be the final movie. But I got a plush video to film, so I hope you guys like this update video. I'm sorry, it might have been a little bit cringeworthy, but I was just trying to have fun. No hard feelings. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy this. You will probably see a plush video right after this. And that's about it. Gaming Do here. See you later. Bye.